Hello there, my magical mystical fam. Welcome to my channel. I'm Ree, and today we are enjoying a timeless pick a card reading, asking Spirit for a message you need to hear right here and right now. Before we get started, just a quick reminder, I'm an intuitive reader, so I rely mainly on the downloads I receive as I feel the energy of the cards. And I use the visual cues from the cards in conjunction with whatever messages I'm getting from Spirit. And that's how I do it. So let's get started. I've already lit the candle. I started the incense. Now let's do some sound clearing. This is how I like to start all of my readings. Okay, so let's welcome in the energy of the cards. All right. For pile one, we have a card, please. Pile two, can we get a card, please? And for pile three, card, please. That one. Alrighty. So I would also like to add for pile one, I've got an owl and an amethyst. For pile two, snake and amber. And for pile three, fox. This beautiful piece of emerald. Let me go ahead and show you in case you want to choose with crystals. So pile one, amethyst. Pile two, amber. And for pile three, this beautiful piece of raw emerald. And I'd also like this to add in a rune for each of the piles. Pile one, we have Ansus. I'm sorry, that's Urus. Pile two, Algis. And for pile three, we have Bear Candle. We're going to go ahead and pull a charm also. Pile one, a little alarm clock. Let me go ahead and show that to you. Little alarm clock. Pile two, we have a star, a little bitty star. Hold on a second. Can you see that? Little bitty star. Let's remember that little bitty part too. And for pile three, got a heart and the symbol for eternity. Alrighty, so I'm going to leave this up for a minute so you can connect with the pile that resonates for you. Once you've chosen, Click on this timestamp below in the description to watch your reading. Now, if you're drawn to more than one pile, go ahead and watch that one too, because this is a general audience. This reading's for a general audience. Sometimes you're going to find your personal message just kind of woven throughout the pile. So if you feel that pull to watch another one, watch another one. Listen to your intuition. It won't lead you astray. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause this and we'll get to the readings. So look for the timestamp, the one that you chose, and I'll see you there. Okay, pile number one, welcome to your reading. So you pick the pile with the owl, the stone owl, the amethyst. This is a bit cloudy. Some little rainbow refractions in it. I don't know if you can see that. Some veins. It's a bit cloudy. Not clear, but with flashes. Flashes of insight, perhaps. We have Orbs. And for the charm, this little, I don't know if you can see that, little tiny charm. An alarm clock. It's set to 3 o'clock. Afternoon, perhaps. Something's taken a while. All right. And then for your card, we have Grace, Beauty Way. All right. Let's get some tarot cards here. And let's see what we have. All right. A couple of these. What does pile number one need to know right now? What message does pile number one need to hear right here, right now? What message does pile number one need to hear right here, right now? One more. Oops. Let's not flip down. Let's go ahead and put that away. Let's do one more. One more card for pile one from this deck. All right. Let's get a few more cards. What does pile one need to hear right now? What message does pile one need to hear right here, right now? I need 3 cards, please. It's too much. What does pile one need to hear right here, right now? What does pile one need to hear? Oh, keep flipping over right here, right now. I need an oracle card for pile one. What message does pile one need to hear right here, right now? This one, I think. Let's see. message does God want me to hear right here and right now? One more, I think. I'm feeling one more. Actually, this one. Let's start with this. We have serious intention and direction. Intention and direction. It says, offer me direction and exhibit my intention. My head is full of dreams and my existence is a fantasy. I can leave that turned. Let's see. All right, so I already showed you grace, right? And grace. We have, I believe this is the Page of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. The Five of Cups. Getting something about beginnings, starting, always starting, always starting. Somehow getting stuck there might be intention. All right, we also have the Queen of Wands. Oh, I love this deck, such beautiful cards. And the High Priestess. The Empress. Wow. We also have Space. And lastly, the Clouds. It says doubt, confusion, and secrets. Okay. So, give me a moment to just sit with the cards and see what kind of message comes through. And we'll pull it all together. All right. So what I'm seeing here, I see this energy. This is the above energy, the energy that we, express outside world. And what I'm seeing here is that there's lots of starts, lots of beginnings. Like there's always this enthusiasm and energy to get things going and to get started on something. And then you kind of get partway through there and you start doubting. You start, seeing the glass half full in a way, spilled milk. You're not recognizing, because you're being so self-critical probably of yourself and of what you're producing, that you're not recognizing that there's all of this within you. You have all of this to share. You have all of this knowledge. You do have the motivation to bring things out into the world. The Queen of Wands and Urus, I think they go hand in hand. They're pulling pulling that out of you, getting it out into the world. And you know, you see this in space, right? You see that movement drawing you forward, drawing you outward. But I think you're getting stuck in this. And I think it has to do with criticism of yourself and also how you view yourself. Within you're seeing, you feel that you're ready. You feel that you have all of this to share. You're feeling that you have all these experiences, all this knowledge that you want to share with the world, and there's a motivation to do it. But the self-critical voice comes in. You start nitpicking, and you start expecting things to be perfect in how you're presenting it, or how you're giving, or how you're producing, and it stops you. It kind of stops you, and then that's what you end up focusing on. I think the grace card here is to, step in and give yourself some grace. Be kind to yourself. Understand that the road might be a little bit bumpy, right? I'm being drawn to the cloud card. Yeah, and the word doubt and confusion. And then again, intention and direction. I think the intention needs to be held first and foremost in your mind. What is it that you're setting out to do? Right? What is the direction that you're wanting to go? And you set that, and then you allow yourself to get to it. I think that you keep putting things off. That's what our little charm is here. And I'm seeing 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. And that you're just getting stuck in the completion. You're getting stuck in the continuing on all the work that has to be done to get you to the point that you want to be at. And I think that that's an obstacle that you're running into. And in order to get past that obstacle, you have to give yourself some grace. Give yourself some space. Give yourself some space to experiment, to see what feels good, to branch off, to be agile, to branch off into other ways of doing things, and not necessarily in the way that you think it has to be done. Set the intention, set the direction, that the universe come in and give you a hand in getting there. And be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. I think that's what this is. I think you start off with an intention, an idea, an intention. You start bringing it into the world. But then the intention gets clouded. I think that's the cloudiness of this crystal that perhaps you were attracted to. But see those flecks of insight. See those flecks. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can see it. That's like, it's okay. Get going again. It's okay. Get going again. Don't let the, I'm saying spilled milk. That's not milk, but that's how I'm seeing it. Don't let that stop you. You still got a lot going for you. Just got to keep going. Don't stop. Share this with the world. So let's go ahead. I want to get a couple more cards here. Some guidance. How we can get you to that point. Sure. Let's see what we have here. Courage. The courage to continue. The courage to keep on going. The courage to be okay with the imperfections. The courage to put it out into the world, even if it's not what you think is perfect. Imperfection is okay. And here we have love. What's coming through is I feel like you love the idea, you love what you're doing, but you're not loving yourself in the process. You're not loving the process, perhaps, and maybe not loving yourself in the process. You're not being kind, you're not giving yourself grace. I think that's the internal thing that we're working on here. So, loving yourself, allowing yourself the imperfections, allowing yourself the trial and error, and then the courage to keep going and to put it out into the world, to allow it to manifest in the physical reality. Let's get a little bit more here. Let's go. Actually, I want to scroll. What else does part one need to hear? Give the King of Pentacles. Actually, no, and the Four of Cups. I think that what I'm seeing here is if you allow yourself that grace and that courage, right? What you do give out is going to be exactly what you want. I see that this is going to take a little bit of time, but remain hopeful, remain confident, remain forgiving of yourself, and you'll get to where you want to go. And it will be everything you always wanted it to be. You'll get to this intention by sticking with your direction, right? And being kind to yourself. Have some grace. And then here, all this to give, right? But remember to give to yourself too. Give yourself that love. Be grateful for the things that you have. Be grateful for the knowledge and the experience and the motivation and the ability to achieve the things that you want to achieve. You're very capable of doing this. But remember to be kind to yourself. Remember to love yourself. And I want to do a little bit of energy work here to help you in both these instances. So let's work on the internal first. Opening the doorway to self-love. Bringing in that energy of kindness. Clearing the critical. Opening space for grace. Now that space is open, let's bring in the courage and the confidence. Again, the grace. Weaving a line of continuity from the spark of inspiration through the end of the project, or whatever it is you're putting out into the world. Filling the space with courage. Right. Let's see where this is going to lead us. I think I want to use an oracle card for this. Where will this lead, pile on? We have here is integration. Integration. This is going to bring all the pieces together for you. It's going to help you maintain. If you put these things into action, it's going to help you maintain forward progress or just movement. Doesn't have to always be forward. And I see sort of peace that's going to come with allowing yourself grace in the process. I'm going to move your room here. I'm just going to bring it all and take this lagging time out and bring in insight. And this for integration. I think that's going to bring it all together. And that's all I have for you today. I hope this resonated with you. And if not, take what resonates and leave the rest for some other time. So I'd like to thank you for sharing in this little bit of magic with me today. I appreciate that you joined me in this reading. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe and enable the notifications to find out when there's new content here on my channel. If you'd like a personal reading, check out my Etsy shop. I've got the link in the description. It's on the landing page. I believe it's on the landing page. I don't think I can link it in the description just yet because this is a pretty new channel. So the Etsy shop is the only place I'm currently offering any readings. So you can try the Right Here, Right Now reading. That's kind of similar to what we're doing today for this pick a card reading. I also offer ancestor, past life readings. I do some runic oracles. Just check it out and see what's there. So lastly, stay curious, my friends. Attract the wonderful and feel the magic every single day. Sending much love to you. I'll see you next time. Bye. All right, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So we have the snake. Wrought iron snake. Feels heavy. We have amber. It's funny, the snake is heavy. The amber is so light. And we have the rune of Elise. Rune of protection. And also connection to source. I feel like we're dealing with imbalance energy in this. Then we also have the star. Little star. It's tiny. Did I say that at the start? Tiny little star. Tiny little star. Feels like it's a little dull, right? Maybe the material that I'm using. You feel like you're not shining, perhaps. Your shine has been dulled a bit due to some imbalance. Well, let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. And my card is integrity, compass. This came out of my reading yesterday. And I felt like it had to do with balance. And how do we get balanced? We bring ourselves back to center, right? We bring ourselves, center is our integrity, center is our authenticity, our authentic self, where the soul resides. All right, let's see. Let's see what the cards have to offer us. So, I'm gonna work with here. All right. What does pile 2 need to hear right now? What message do you have for pile 2 right here and right now? What does pile 2 need to hear right now? Let's see. What message do you have for pile 2? What message do you have for pile 2? What does pile 2 need to hear right here and right now? We need Oracle card. This pile 2 need to hear right here and right now. Do these. What does pile 2 need to hear right here, right now? What does pile 2 need to hear right here and right now? I feel like we need one more card here from another deck. What does pile 2 need to hear right here, right now? All right, so we have the Lovers. Let's see that. We have the Two of Wands. And we have Justice. All of these cards, to me, right now, talking about balance, bringing things into balance, bringing parts of you into balance, to connect, connecting different energies within you to come back into balance. Let's keep going. We'll come back to that. We have the Seven of Cups. The Lovers again. And the Three of Swords. Ready but waiting. We have the Ten of Coins. We have the Mountain. It says obstacles, delays, and challenges. And lastly, Alnath, roots and foundations. Travel safe, my friend. Get to know the world and explore, but never forget where you came from. This symbol reminds me of Aries energy. Very direct. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to take a moment, see what other messages come in, and then we'll get started on it. Alrighty. So, what I think this has to do with love and what it is, the kind of love, and I'm going to say romantic love. That's kind of what some of this is really pointing at. and that's kind of like surface level. I think that's the drive here of wondering, you know, why you're not able to attract the person that you really want to attract. Why the person that you, the people that you end up in relationships with, and this might also be friendships too, but I think it's more romantic, are not, they're not really compatible with you in the long run. There's always something. There's always something that just kind of irks you, or doesn't sit well with you. And that's the external problems. That's the outside issue, I think, that you're experiencing. But all external, all external things, external energies, you know, stem from the internal, right? As within, so without. And what I'm seeing here is that there's 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 an issue of authenticity. The issue is authenticity. Um, I think what Spirit is saying here is that we need to bring you back. You need to bring yourself back to center in order to receive that thing that you want, to make space for the love that you want, to attract the love that you want. Because of this, there's this imbalance. They don't go together. What I'm seeing you're showing to the outside world is kind of what you're attracting back in right now. Because you're not being fully authentic in your interactions with others and showing the world who you are, you're not receiving that relationship or that love that balances you out, that resonates with you, that is something that you feel is right. And I think there's a lot of feeling right, feeling what's right. Your intuition is really guiding you when it comes to relationships, but you're not allowing yourself to shine. You're not allowing yourself to be the person that you are, that would attract that which you want. Hold on a sec. We've got a lot of noise going on outside, so I'm going to pause for a minute and come back to this. All right. Got that noise gone. Windows closed. Won't be able to hear the yardigans in the yard. All right. So where were we? We were talking about authenticity. What we're showing to the world. You know, a mask, like a mask. You're showing a certain part of yourself or a certain image that you want others to see that they think you are. And this is, you know, this is normal. We all do that, but it's lacking. It seems to be lacking the authenticity of who you really are and how you really feel. And yeah, we can talk about vulnerability and you know how we kind of defend against, you know, against that of feeling vulnerable. You know, we've got the three of swords here. I think the behavior also comes from, I think it's more not trauma per se, but I feel like what's happening in this instance and for you has to do with childhood experiences. You know, being bullied perhaps for not being not fitting in. That's the thing. I went through that. But I think that that's kind of shaped how you present yourself to the world, that you show people perhaps what you think they want to see instead of allowing yourself to just shine in the way that you would normally. So get your star a little brighter, let your star shine a little brighter. Don't hide it from the world. So it's all G's right, protection, protecting yourself from any pain or suffering that you think would happen if you showed who you really are to the world. I can relate. I can relate. And so, you're probably picking and choosing, going through different styles, different trends, different even friend groups I see here, different places. Not really going to that space that would attract what you want, because being in that space, being in that place, being around those types of people would show the world that that's what you like, that's who you are, that's where you want to be. So I think this reading is an encouragement to explore that idea, to allow more of yourself to be seen by the rest of the world, to bring together, to balance the external and the internal, because you're ready. That part of you inside, you're ready to fly, you're ready to come out of the shadows, to be seen for who you really are. And you're ready. Don't worry so much about what other people might think. Stop seeing the joy that others have and feeling empty. We got this card here. Feeling empty because you're not experiencing that. We've got the mountain here. Challenges. It is a challenge. It's a challenge to pull yourself out of that it's probably habitual way of not being you. That's a habit. Your habit is not being you. And the goal is to get you to the point of being who you are, allowing that part of you to shine, clearing away. Amber does this. Amber clears away, helps clears the aura, clears energy, helps bring stability and balance back into your life. And I think that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to bring yourself back together here, trying to bring that part of you that's been hiding away out, because that is who you are, and that should be the foundation of how you present yourself to the world. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do some energy work here. And for that, I am going to use a stick here. Okay, how can we help pile 2 here? How can we heal what needs to be healed? Oh, got both here. Freedom. Look at how that beautiful being is shining. right? Be seen, being seen for who they are, shining. So and see that circle there? That's gonna fill the hole, filling the hole with authenticity. And then for here, the internal self-reflection. And I think that this has to happen to understand why you're doing that in the first place, to come to terms, to be at peace with who you are. It's going to take self-reflection. You're going to see both sides of you, and what you want to do is to bring it right together, right? Bring them both together. Let's go ahead and do some of this work here. So let's start with the self-reflection. I'm working the energy here to allow space for self-reflection, to allow what needs to come up to the surface, to come up to the surface. To have that discussion with yourself about who you are and who you want to be. And now let's bring your authentic self fully into your being. Let's fill the space with who you really are. In order to feel fulfilled, in order to shine, in order to be who you really want the world to see, to just be you. Let that star shine. All right, a final card, final message. What do we have for pile 2? What do we have for pile 2? They let their authenticity shine. And we have joy. And we talked about energy at the start. Right? And imbalance. Imbalance doesn't bring joy. But being balanced, holding to your integrity, that brings the joy. That fills your soul, that fills your being, it fills that hole that was missing with the 2 of Wands. So go ahead, fly free. Be who you want to be. The universe will support you in that. And that's all I have for you here. Alrighty. So thanks so much for sharing in this little bit of magic with me today. I appreciate you joining me for this reading. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And you can enable notifications to find out when there's new content here on the channel. If you would like a personal reading, The only place that I'm doing it at this point is through my Etsy shop. You could try the Right Here, Right Now reading that is similar to what we're doing today. I also offer ancestor readings, past life readings. I do oracles, um, blind questions. I do both. But go ahead and check it out. I have the link in the page description. Um, go ahead and see what's there. See if you'd like to come in and get a reading from me. So, with that, stay curious, my friends. Attract the wonderful and feel the magic every single day. Be much love to you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. All right, welcome, pal number 3, to your reading. You chose the fox. The raw emerald. Such a calming, accepting energy I'm getting here. Wisdom, knowing. The rune of Berkano, which is birth, rebirth. I feel it in this reading has more to do with like a rebirth. And the rune, and the charm, the heart, and the infinity symbol. You see that? I feel like we're talking coming back to the self. And this was a theme in the authentic self. Coming back to the authentic self. This was a theme in pile number 2 also. If you were drawn to that, you might want to check that one out too. Okay, and let's see what your card is. Your card is perfection, striving. But I think what stands out the most to me are the colors. Got the goldish copper, right? The fox, the greens, even the white lines of the water she's jumping into. The feeling I'm getting is this isn't so much about perfection, but definitely striving to. I think you've been on this path of connecting to your authentic self, diving deep into working on the self-love aspect of accepting yourself for who you are. I see this also kind of as straddling the chakras, right? The solar plexus, the heart, which I think are two energy centers that when they work together hand in hand, that's what I see as being truly authentic. I mean, you can pull the other ones in too, like saying, the throat chakra, it is where you speak your truth. That's how that connects to your heart chakra. But how you present yourself, how you walk in the world, how you move in the world, that's what I see. That's your power, right? How you show your power in the world, your solar plexus. And if you can connect that to the heart, you're living in a truly authentic way, right? All right, so let's get started. Let's get the rest of your cards here. I'm going to put these on the side, actually. Let's put it out there. Okay, so Stack. All right, what does pile number 3 need to hear right here and right now? What does pile number 3 need to hear today? What does pile number 3 need to hear right here, right now? Oh, that's too many. Just 3. Okay, let's see what I'm going to work with here. Does pile 3 need to hear right here, right now? Does pile 3 need to hear? This one here. And I would like to work with this one here. What does pile 3 need to hear? What does pile 3 need to hear right now? What does pile 3 need to hear? I think we need one more from this deck. Already came out. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we have here. We have Queen of Swords. We have Judgment. We have the Emperor. I'm hearing cutting through. Cutting through the junk, cutting through all that stuff that doesn't matter. Being clear in your outward expression. And then we have the Emperor again. For some of you, this might have to do with how you interact with male energies. The Nine of Swords. And Strength. Cutting away all the crap. Then we have Strength again. We have Let Go. I think I need to move this all down a bit. We have the Eight of Pentacles. This isn't for everyone, but I'm hearing hiding away, hiding you away, not letting you be out there, be seen, hedging bets, even hedging bets. We have Alcade, patience and perseverance. It says good things take time. Growth does not happen overnight. And lastly, the child. Popped out earlier. I put it back in the deck, shuffled it, and that's the one. This is the card that won it out. The child. It says beginner, innocence, and play. And I'm feeling right now that a difficulty that some of you are having in your interactions with male energy, with those that are direct, forward, in your face, that type of energy that might throw you off balance and make you feel intimidated. I'm getting a little bit of narcissistic energy that you might be dealing with, not from you, but from the other, which requires great strength, great a defense. You're defending yourself against it. I feel like this may be, for some of you, maybe a relationship that you've left, that you've stepped away from, or you're trying to gain the courage to do so. And what I'm getting from this is that is highly encouraged, and you should be thinking about not allowing others to treat you in a way that is demeaning. You're tapping into this intuition and understanding of where you want to be. I think some of you, this is already done. You've already gotten out of this, but you're still dealing with the ramifications of being in a relationship that was like that, or being in a household that was like that. And I'm getting that this is, it's kind of like a learned behavior. It's muscle memory from when you were a child, when you were younger, and that was the dynamic of the household. But in order for things to change in the future, it's going to requiring you to cut the cord with that behavior, the way, with allowing that to happen. You don't need to allow it, and you need to exhibit some of this energy also in stopping it from occurring in the future, from that energy coming into your life. And I think that it's probably, stressing you out quite a bit, right? And this is the internal. So this is not what you're showing the world. You're showing this to the world, right? You're showing that you're a queen. You're showing your strength, your ability to cut through the crap. But I think that there's a lot of this going on too, behind closed doors, when you're by yourself. And we want to pull you out of that energy, right? And you're definitely more than strong enough. Look at this, 2 strength cards, right? 2 strength cards. And even in this one, you've got double. She's holding 2 swords, 2 spears, I should say. You've got more strength than most. All right, so we're working towards letting go of the muscle, the energetic muscle memory. and we're bringing the heart and the emotion and the personal power into balance. So let's see. I think it's going to take, this is your rebirth. This is where you're remembering who it is that deserves the love, you, from yourself. You're remembering who it is that you should be spending your energy on, yourself, not the other. And that's the rebirth. And then this is, I think these are goals too. This stone is also good for utilizing it to bring you calm in these moments here, to help stabilize that energy, feel peace, feel, instead of being attacked, feeling loved and embraced by yourself, right? You're loving and embracing yourself. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of energy work to get you, to help clear obstacles. Could I get something for pile 3 in order to help them clear this energy? Okay, so, oops. For heat, we're going to put it right here. What I love about this card here, let me show it to you first. What I love about this card is it's almost like it's bringing all of that, you know, you're in your head. You're in your head down here regarding this. And you're being comforted. You're pulling all of this back into balance. All of your chakras back into balance. Your root, the security, right? Feeling secure. Feeling that you have that freedom to express yourself. Being comforted by that. You having the strength to come in and to comfort yourself. And also comfort from your spirit guides, comfort from the universe, that you're doing the right thing by getting out of this energy. So I'm going to lay this here. I need one more card, please. Actually, I'm going to move this one here. I think that we need to utilize this here instead. All right, let's get one more card. So I think the comfort needs to come in the dark, in those quiet moments when you're by yourself, where you can actually feel this happening. And then I need one more, the external for pile 3. Yes, that's better. Formation. Because we are reforming your ability, we're reforming your response, not your reaction, your response, right? How you deal with this type of energy. That's perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do is a little bit of healing. We're going to open open pathways, clear obstacles here. All right. I'm going to start with this internal. Yeah, that energy is a bit stuck, but we got it moving. We got it moving so you can get it out of your system. I'm going to encourage you to spend a little bit of time every day feeling it go, letting it go, and feeling the warmth coming up through your body. It's your energy coming up through your body, and pushing out the things that are keeping you up. Those thoughts, those demeaning thoughts, self-deprecating thoughts, critical thoughts. You're kind of burning them out of existence and holding yourself, comforting yourself, flowing it, getting it out, which will make space for these new behaviors, for these feelings of love, confidence, of great value, self-worth. Give me a moment. That's good. All right. Let's see. Let's get a final card here. So what is it Pile 3 can look forward to? Well, as I was pulling out that last card, my camera died. So I had to take a quick break to let it recharge a bit. I've got the card right here. Getting back into the energy here. Got the cards. Kind of rearranged it a little bit to get it all in the camera. But here we go. The final card that came out. What you have to look forward to is transformation. Shedding skins. And this is growth. This is the growth process. This is taking yourself from a place that you didn't want to be into a place that you do. This is a place where you're going to shine, where your power will come back to you, where you will stand in your power authentically. Balanced. Not taking that energy forward with you into your own, into your future relationships. We had, patience and perseverance there. It won't happen overnight. Things take time. right? This type of transformation takes time because you're stopping yourself from reacting and choosing instead to respond. And there was a little bit of this in pile 2, and seeing the snake there is again kind of having me, if you do feel that pile 2 resonated a bit with you, the choices at the start, go ahead and listen to pile number 2's reading. I think you'll find value, a little bit of value in it. But yeah, so there we have it. I hope this helped you in some way today. Hope it's helping you think about the situation you're in and how you can utilize your strengths to let go of that which affects you, that holds you back, that keeps you up at night. So feel the comfort of yourself and from spirit. You're being comforted, you're being guided, you're being helped to let go, to work through, and to transform. Alrighty, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me today and sharing in this little bit of magic. If you enjoyed the reading, please leave a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe, enable notifications. You'll find out when there's new content here on the channel. I'm just getting started, so it's slowly coming out. I'm learning as we go along how to do this whole YouTube thing. But I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you got something out of it. If you would like a personal reading, the only place I'm doing those are through my Etsy shop. The link is in the page description. It is the only place that I'm offering readings. You can try the right here, right now reading, which is kind of similar to what we did today. I also offer ancestor, past life readings, past matters, amongst a few others. I have some runic oracles, energy healing. But that said, I hope that you got something out of it today. Thank you for joining me. Stay curious, my friends. Attract the wonderful and feel the magic every single day. Sending much love to you. See you next time.